Hi guys, good morning. Happy Saturday. How's everybody doing? All right, so finally get a chance to make another video. I have lots of information to tell you guys about what I found out. My DNA results came in. Um, I got both. I got a bunch of them. Bunch of paperwork. I've been doing so much fucking research. I got the results last week. It was like last Thursday, I think. And of course, as soon as I got them through the mail, I printed them, and then I start doing going online and figuring out what the hell this means. Because this is all new to me, and you know me, I'm obsessed with learning and want to find out more about myself and how to heal myself and all that. So yeah, there's it really blew my mind. Literally, I had never been so mind blown in my entire life with this stuff, because this is our genes. This is like what makes who we are. This is our building blocks. This is down to like the cellular level, um, and it's all very fucking interesting. Like it really is. I have it nonstop every day. I just been hours from wake up till I go to bed. I just been like online and doing cross references and just getting information, and any questions I'll ask my acupuncture doctor, Dr. Brian. Now I don't know if I told you guys, but he's a freaking amazing guy, and he's studying functional medicine, epigenetics, and what do they call it, neuropathic medicine. So he wants to get those degrees and not just become acupuncture doctor, but also all that other stuff. And he's been teaching me a lot. Mostly I go to him because he's been teaching me a lot of information. He gives me PDFs to look up and stuff. So, anyways, let's start with the bad news and the good news. I don't know, whatever you guys want to start. I'll start with the. It's not even good news or bad news. It's just like finding out like what's going on, and all this shit makes so much sense now. So, the DNA test, pretty much, yeah, I took it, and it's pretty interesting because I can't show it because it's online on my phone, and it tells you everything like your background, like so I can't. I got 60%, 62 something percent Native American slash Peruvian, because that's where I'm from, and ancestors are a lot of them from Peru are Indians, from Incas, and it's just pretty cool, and then 20 some percent was European, so Spanish and Portugal, which is Southern European, Mediterranean European. I got that like 20 some percent. And then what's funny, it's like out of the rest of it, I got like 3% East African, and then like 6 7% Eastern Asian or Southern Asian. And it was just hilarious. I'm like, well, like, so I found that really pretty interesting. But it's cool because a lot of people that are from certain background, it links to your health risk, because as you know, genes pass on. Like for example, like I like Asians, for example, a lot of them can digest like alcohol, metabolize alcohol, or lactose as an example, so. And then, that runs in the family. It's just an example. Just like, African Americans, high blood pressure, and actually my gene that I got here, and which I got the MTHFR gene in both sides of my family. So see the test here, it'll tell you what's in red. It's what you inherit, both those. It's a dirty gene, from mom and dad. If you get yellow, you're like plus and minus. I don't know if you guys can see. If you're in green, you're good. You don't have that gene present. So they call these SNPs. It's like a defect in your gene that you're born with. I got 4 of them that came on red. So let's start with the first one. I got the MTHFR, which that means, I don't know, I'm not even gonna say it. I think it's methylene transferase something. I don't know. It's a long word. So what pretty much that means is I can metabolize folate or folic acid, and that's one of the biggest ones that can cause so many issues like cancers, inflammation, heart disease, depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder. It causes liver to become inflamed. You can't detox things properly. So it makes a lot of sense, and there's some whole list of like things that this gene can cause. So just to make it short, because I don't want to confuse you guys, um, the MTHFR gene I have, I can process folic acid. So folic acid, in other words, for me is like poisonous. And since I was a kid, and and we've been taught that folic acid's good for you when you get pregnant. They get folic acid. Now, and some people, like I'm 40%, like 40% of the population that are born with this gene, it's really bad. Like it could cause so many health issues. But there's 60% of the population that are lucky and they don't have that gene, so they're able to, they can take folic acid and they're fine, but you never know. It's man-made and I wouldn't suggest it. The best way to take folic acid would be folate, which that's found in leafy lean vegetables like spinach, asparagus, green beans, and so on. Also it's found in like lentils and beans. So pretty much all your green leafy vegetables, fruits, like oranges. So if I need folate, should not take folic acid. And since I was a kid, like I said, I've been drinking orange juice every day. Even lately with my kratom, I'll take freaking half a cup of orange juice or more, like 2 cups of orange juice. Cereals have folic acid, and I didn't know this. I just found out, and that's what's been could be messing me up, because what happens is when since I can't process the folic acid that fast, it gets backed up, and while it's synthesizing, it gets backed up and it builds up, and that causes inflammation, which is also like homocysteine. I don't know if you guys heard of that, but homocysteine rises, and we're supposed to have that like low. That if it goes high, you're gonna cause inflammation, and the homocysteine builds up, and it causes all sorts of problems. So since it's slow, I have a harder time like producing methionine. I don't know if you guys heard of SAMe. So homocysteine turns into SAMe, and you can get SAMe, in the like Whole Foods, or like at the pharmacy, or at the the natural places where they sell this kind of like supplements. So I have a hard time making the SAMe in that methylation cycle. Therefore, we know SAMe helps you, produce dopamine, adrenaline, and it helps you, get rid of estrogens too, in women and for men too. So that explains a lot, why like I don't have enough dopamine, so I have a slow COMT, which is the catecholamines of your brain's chemicals. They're not breaking down like they're supposed to. They're not being metabolized and not being recycled at the right speed. So therefore, it causes like a backup. That can influence on your behavior. You can be impulsive. You can get more anxious, depressed. You have panic disorder. You can also get schizophrenia. You can get dementia. You can get ADHD symptoms, which I was ADHD diagnosed as a kid. So this is all making so much sense why I'm the way I am and why I feel the way I feel. Like I said, this is like when I first got the results and I started looking online, I swear I wanted to cry. I'm like, what the fuck? Why was I born with this shit? No wonder. Oh, and another thing, it also affects your cardiovascular system. So a lot of people with this gene, they have heart problems. And I don't know if you guys know, but I was born with WPW, which is Wolff Parkinson White syndrome. As a kid, I would just go to the hospital. I couldn't play sports. I couldn't do anything. That's when my depression started, because I couldn't be a kid. I couldn't go out and play soccer outside. I couldn't go out and play with my cousins. I couldn't go on the roller coaster. I couldn't do shit. It was gym class in school. Oh, the teachers, don't sit in the bench. So I felt like a fucking loser. I couldn't do anything, because as soon as my heartbeats would raise 110, 115, oh my god, it would just start quivering. It'll jump to 200 beats per minute. And then so many times I ended up in the hospital and feeling like I was going to have a heart attack. And the episodes will last anywhere from 10 minutes to like sometimes even an hour. And when it would pass 30, 40 minutes, that's when they would, take me in the ambulance. And it was just really horrible. That's like traumatic to me. But for some fucking reason, it's gone now. Like you guys know, I've been working out. I can run 5 miles right now. And, even when I'm under stress, it doesn't bother me at all. Now, when I do go through detoxes, when I go through like stressful events, yeah, it'll sometimes skip a beat, and, I have it. I still have it, but it's under control now. Finally, at this age, it's under control, and that gene could influence. I asked my doctor if that could have something to do with why I was getting those heart arrhythmias, and he said it might, but it's kind of hard to tell because your body decides certain things. This is only like I say, a guide and what you're predisposed to having. So yeah, that's one thing. So anyways, let me back up. So yeah, I can't have any folic acid. I have to change my diet. I have to eat all folate. So everything that's green, you should see my diet. It's all green. I wake up in the morning. I put a huge shake of kale, spinach, avocado, blueberries, mango. I have a protein shake I just bought that's like grass fed, all organic, all natural. I throw a scoop in there. That's it. And I drink it, and I have to probably wait a few hours after that. Then I can have a nice meal. So I'm eating the shake in the mornings, and I just have to eat 2 times a day right now, for now, until, because I'm also trying to like get lean and weight, lose some water weight that I tend to gained these past months because of alcohol. And that's what I was gonna get to. Since I have this bad gene, so now I know I have to change my diet. I have to have a less stressful environment. I have to take care of what I eat, watch what I eat. The other gene, it's also have to do with the homeocysteine. So that's the BHNT2, the one I put here in red. And that one is involved in converting homocysteine into, like I said, into methionine, and then produce dopamine, and that produces neurotransmitters, and it also does other stuff too, like hormones, and plays a role on that. So those two, play a role on your homeostasis in your brain, your liver, and your body. The other two I got was these two in red. One is the GSTP1-105, and the other one's the NA2. The GSP, whatever, that just means glutathione transferase. So I'm not producing as much as glutathione as I should be. So what does that mean? That means I can't have any toxins. That's why I can't metabolize alcohol like other people. That's why alcohol fucked me up. That's why I was clean for I don't know how so long, but guess what? Now I was still out partying, chilling, going out with my friends. And I will always find like it was not right that I will go out, have 3-4 drinks, and the next day I will be hungover for the whole day, and sometimes even the next day. Like, it affected me more than anybody, and I always like that. I was always sensitive, so that's chemical sensitivity. That's pretty much what it means. So that means I have to stay clean. I have to eat clean. Anything like radiation, toxins, heavy metals, the NAT2, this other gene. That has to do with also that more in the liver, how your liver detoxifies all the heavy metals, drugs, all the toxins, everything we eat. It just, so mine's a little sluggish. That's pretty much what it's trying to say. And that affects a lot of things, how I'm feeling, and symptoms I've been having, like headaches, like all these 4 SNPs, these 4 genes, and there's a few others too that I got yellow, which means I have plus minus, which I have part from my mom, not part from dad, or vice versa. So, and those genes play a role too. Like I have one that's got vitamin D, a receptor in vitamin D. It's like not working very good, so I have to take vitamin D. And then there's a few other ones, but as long as nothing to get obsessed or scared about, but like my doctor said, those are just genes you just have to watch out for. Like if you keep living a bad lifestyle, those are gonna get screwed up. They're gonna turn on, they're gonna cause all these like series of health issues. But the main ones is those 4 I just explained. So it's the folate ones, the lower my homeocysteine levels by having a good diet and taking care of myself, and the other one, stay away from toxins, and just have to watch out for that, because as you know, it can lead to blood clots, arrhythmias, heart problems, chemical sensitivity, intoxication, weight gain, adrenal fatigue. That's why I was diagnosed with adrenal fatigue, because it's not running right, so I'm not producing the hormones I'm supposed to in my adrenal glands. That's why it's been like almost a year and I'm still struggling with depression and stuff. But now I know, and I've been doing my own little experiments, so I've been like, okay, let me change my diet. So all, like, since the last video I made, like shortly after I found out my results, and I start changing my diet. You know, everything in my fridge you open, it's all green. It's all kale. It's all asparagus. It's all spinach. It's all everything. It's all green there. It's all like organic. The chickens is organic. We have a farmers market here that we buy organic chickens. You know, pasteurized. I'm sorry, because I don't want to get to that because I'm finding out so much stuff right now. Like anything with like heavy metals, like careful with the fish because there's mercury in it. Mercury is really toxic for me, so I gotta watch out for that. And this does supplement, you know, and this now I know what supplements to take. Before I was like trying this, trying that, and I think I probably messed myself up way more because I just got desperate, you know. I just got really desperate of feeling like shit and waking up feeling like shit and going to bed feeling like shit. Like it really sucks. But I stay clean, but I don't give up because that's part of me. I just, no matter how shitty I feel, I will complain and I will throw shit around my room and break shit and cause arguments with people and, you know, but I don't like to show that side of me. But it's because I don't feel good, you know. I get antisocial, I get really moody. And then there's days that I'm just like, I wake up and I want to go ahead and do everything, you know. So I have like the ups and downs. So I know I'm still going through a little bit of pause, but I know what fucked it up was me drinking, me eating garbage. You know, that messed it up because also there's also something called candida. A lot of people are getting it. My dad just got diagnosed with candida because he has to take care of himself. He eats bad. He's older and he's got allergies. And now we found out, and he's gonna do a DNA test too, as well as my mom, so we can find out, and you know, so they can live a happier, better life. They're 74, so you know, I want them to live as long as they can. So yeah, this is so cool because you know, this is what doctors should be doing, not giving you medications and like guessing like, oh, you have this, here's a pill for that, and then they'll give you a side effect, and then you come back the next visit and you end up with like 3, 4, 5 more prescriptions. Years go by and you're still screwed and they take your money, which I don't want to get into that, but why don't they just take like a test that costs $100 and find out your homocysteine levels or your DNA levels or your mineral levels, and they find out where you're wrong, and they can just start supplementing, you know, and they cure you, you know, and you save time, you save money. So yeah, I'm glad I finally find this out, you know, like I'm really happy. Now I know I have what I have to do. I just have to stay away from toxins and change my diet and try to stay positive, try to not have stress in my life, and just try to have patience. But yeah, like I was saying, like since the last time I made the video, I start feeling really good. Like I was feeling shitty, and I was like already 8-9 months, and I was already thinking of relapsing or going, because you know, you get tired, like I said, of feeling a certain way. So I was like, you know, something has to change. And all I did was just start stopping drinking. I was going out drinking a lot. I do smoke, as you guys know, at nighttime to calm me down. I'm taking CBD oils too, like here and there, especially at nighttime to relax. Also, I'm having a lot of inflammatory pains in my joints. You know, even though I work out and stuff, like I don't say anything because I don't like admitting I have pain, but I do. And one of the genes that I got there causes inflammation, as I was saying earlier. And then that causes your body to like produce free radicals, inflammation in your joints, and it could lead to arthritis. And both my parents have arthritis since they were like 50. So there it goes again. See how like we're learning a lot from like my gene pool, like where I inherit certain genes, and that's why I want to do this test to my parents. And you know, maybe my dad has really bad allergies, and like I say, he's got bad candida in his stomach, and he's getting treated for it right now. So yeah, we can find out more about it, you know, and help these symptoms, you know. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, guys. I've just been like being a little nerd here and just doing some research on genetics, epigenetics, neuropathic medicine, which half of it I don't fucking understand how they're saying, because I don't have any college background or schools or masters or whatever degree. But you know, I'm learning, you know, and I can't wait to go back to school one day, because this is all good too, because it's keeping me busy and it's keeping me learn. I have an obsession with learning. The more I learn, the more I feel like, you know, I could fix myself and heal myself too, and heal my family and heal others that are struggling too, because these addictions, this comes from, I'm predisposed to it. My grandpa was an alcoholic. My aunt was an alcoholic. She died of cirrhosis. So there, I have that gene. If I keep fucking drinking and doing this shit, I'm probably gonna get liver cancer or something. I'm not saying I will, but it's a gamble. I don't want to gamble with my life. Besides alcohol, I can't, like I said, I can't detox. I don't enjoy it no more. Like, I even did a test Thursday. I went out, had some beers with my buddies, and had some chicken wings, and I did not drink like weeks before since the last video. But this past Thursday, I'm like, you know what? I just want to see. I haven't gone out in a while. I'm just gonna go out and see. I had two beers and one shot. Yesterday, which was Friday, I was a fucking zombie. So that tells you right there how toxic drinking is for me. And it sucks because, you go out to a family reunion, you go here, you go there, and there's alcohol everywhere. You go to a restaurant, you go to a bar, and it's just all over the place. So it's hard to avoid it, but now I'm learning about this, and it's time to stop. I'm not saying I can't have a drink. Like my doctor said, you can have a glass of wine, you can with dinner, but don't make it a habit, because now your body can metabolize it the same as other people, and it's gonna cause all these problems and stuff. So yeah, guys, I don't know what else. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, so right now I'm just taking the for this genetic supplements I'm taking. Now I know, like I said, what to take, and I'm not guessing and hurting other parts of my system, but I'm taking 5-MTHF, which is the 5-methyl-folate. So it's like folate in a capsule. I take that every morning, and that'll help with, so I can produce more folate. Because folate's really, you guys can look up. I don't know how to put links or anything. I'm still learning this phone, but how folate works, how important it is, for your body, and it's better than folic acid. Folic acid is man-made. It can be toxic for 40% of the population, so you don't want to do that. You want to eat green stuff and take folate supplements. Also, the other one I'm taking is vitamin C, because that's important for all this process. Vitamin D, because that I have that receptor that's like kind of lazy in doing the vitamin D process. What else? The other one is and milk thistle. So milk thistle, it's for your liver. It's for liver support, so it helps your liver stay healthy and detox better. And that's pretty much it. It's just down. And B vitamins. I'm sorry, that's the most important one. B12. They call it cobalt or something. Yeah, methyl-cobalt. B12 is one of the most important things I have to take, because that helps with the whole cycle, the homocysteine and the folate and all that. Also B6, B12, and B2. So I bought a little B complex on Amazon, and it has everything, all the B vitamins except B9, because that's folic acid. But it's got all the B vitamins on there, and I'll switch it up. One day I'll do that, and next day I'll do the sublingual B12, because B12 is better to take a sublingual, because sometimes our body can't absorb when you eat it. So it's better to just put it under your tongue and have it go in right away into your system. And yeah, that's it. DCB, the 5-methyl-folate, the milk-thistle, and at nighttime, it's over there, I'm taking calm support. I still have some calm support I ordered from Ryan Donnelly last year. I stopped taking it because I was like kind of foggy, but it's helping me sleep now, because I still wake up feeling like a little funny and restless. I wake up feeling that way. That feeling still hasn't gone away, but I'm still taking the kratom too, so that could play a role in why I'm still having a tiny little bit of pause there, and I admit it, I know. But if it wasn't for kratom, I probably would still be in a rut. I would still be taking methadone, Suboxone, and God knows what, and drinking. So that's another thing. I take kratom now, and now it takes my cravings from drinking too. So at nighttime I'll have a cup of red, and you don't see me have to go to the store but get a bottle of tequila or wine. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go in steps. That's gonna come soon. I'm already down to like 2 teaspoons, sometimes 3 teaspoons a day. So I got sick too. I was supposed to like get off this shit and wean off of it and go a few days and see what happens without taking kratom. And I got the huge fucking sinus infection last week. It was fucking miserable. I couldn't breathe, sore throat, because we have bad red tide here, and that shit probably didn't help. So feeling a little better now. I'm still stuffy though, but I was already feeling shitty, and I didn't want to feel shittier by not taking anything. So I'm still taking my kratom, but Monday, I'm working 2 days a week now. I'm on vacation, but I'm only working 2 3 days a week, so I have to, time. So the days I'm not working, I'm gonna go and try to go without kratom on Monday. So this Monday, I'm gonna try to go without it, and then Tuesday I work. So I'm gonna try to taper off. One day yes, one day no, and kind of like how I did with the Suboxone. And this should be easier. Suboxone is it's way more toxic, at least in my eyes, in my brain. It's way more toxic. But yeah, I'll get to that later. But right now, I'm just happy I learned and found out what's going on with me, and now I can like change my lifestyle and know what to do, what to take. So, anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you guys have any questions, ask me, let me know. Look this stuff up if you guys are interested. The kit's called 23andMe. It's really easy. You put in your saliva, like a Q-tip, and you send it out in the lab. You have to wait like 6-8 weeks for the results, and then you get the email coming back to your phone, and then nobody has to look at it. You can do your own research, and then you'll get all these results. You'll ask for the genealogy report, which is your background, and then you can ask for the scientific health risk results too, and then you can go online, do your own research, and you find out what genes to look out for. It's a guide. It's not something to get scared about. It's a guide, because now it tells you where your weakness is, where your strength is, where you're predisposed. So I suggest everybody should do this. But anyways, I just want to share that with you guys. Stuff's all very interesting. I'm gonna get back to studying. I'm gonna get something to eat now. Hope you all have a happy Saturday. All right, have a good day, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.